Hello again. Now, this year's edition of the annual Buy Local Summit is underway at the Sandton Convention Centre in Johannesburg. The two-day summit's main objective is to urge government and corporate South Africa to increase their uptake of locally manufactured goods and services. Now, proudly, SA CEO Eustace Mashimbye joins us now for more on this day one. Good afternoon, Eustace. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time. An overriding question first: how has the summit started?
Good afternoon to you and your viewers, Brad, and thank you for having me. The conference has gone well so far. We are really happy with the turnout of those who came specifically for the exhibition, because a lot of them are looking for suppliers, a lot of them are looking for products that they can enlist on their databases. I mean, we even have consumers who are looking for local alternatives. So it was good to see the turnout in the conference. On the exhibition side. On the conference side, we've had interesting conversations. I mean, some of the highlights included Minister Patel and Premier Lesotho Bose, both talking to us about what they're doing in their respective departments and for the Gauteng province. And that was followed by an interesting conversation, that spoke to localization generally and what the impact is. And we had representatives of civil society, of organized labor, as well as organized business. So it's good to see all sectors of society rallying behind the Buy Local Summit. But the highlight for me, briefly, is the fact that we had 27 companies pledging, localization commitments and giving us a sense of what they're going to do going forward to increase their levels of usage of locally made products in their production processes, retailers giving shelf space, and basically pledging their support for the Buy Local movement.
Yeah, so there's a lot of support. I mean, the significance of buying local and contribution to economy cannot be underestimated.
No, you can't underestimate, especially now. If you think about, the economic conditions in the country, I think everything that can possibly go wrong seems to be going wrong. All the key economic indicators are not in our favor at this point in time. And so the theme of the conference talks to exactly that. The theme is, growing the economy and creating jobs through localization. It is the one thing that all of us have the power to utilize, to contribute to the growth of the economy, and that is our procurement spend. All of us do buy a product or a service of some sort on a day-to-day basis. And so what we are saying is that whether you're buying for your home, you're buying for business, or even if you're part of the public sector, your purchasing decisions can help make a difference. And so this conference and what it stands for it comes at an opportune time in terms of trying to find ways in which we can help turn the situation around.
Yeah, in which sectors of the economy are we seeing our South African locally produced? I mean, is it in a particular industry? I mean, I'm talking about fashion, I'm talking about clothing, I'm talking about maybe a beneficiation in the mining sector.
We are seeing, if you walk the floors today at the Buy Local Expo, for those who have been fortunate to come through and for those who can still come through tomorrow, because the conference continues tomorrow and it's free to attend. If you walk the exhibition floors, you will see that it ranges across many industries. In fact, we have seen today a tire manufacturer that is making, heavy industrial tires for those capital-intensive machines that require, those type of tires. We've seen steel manufacturers. We have seen manufacturers of furniture, of clothing and textiles. So it ranges across all industries. The panel discussion that is happening now, as I speak to you, interestingly, is exploring opportunities that exist in the renewable space. The economic crisis can be attributed a lot to the electricity situation in the country. So what we are saying is that how can we utilize that for the benefit of the economy, and what we have identified as Policy African, together with the partners that are part of the panel discussion at the moment, is that there's a real localization opportunity that exists in implementing renewables. A lot of what is required, whether it's batteries or inverters or solar panels, is currently coming from outside of the country. There is small, there are players here and there, some small production that is happening in the country. But if you look at the size of the market that exists, there's a real localization opportunity. And there are funders like the ITC who are on the panel today talking to us about funding opportunities for those who want to go into that industry. And we know that if the value chains are entrenched in the country, many jobs can be created.
Okay, so tomorrow is day 2. That's the last day, from what I understand, what you were saying, unless I'm wrong. How are you going to measure success of this particular summit?
Tomorrow is definitely the last day. It's a 2-day conference, continues at the Sandton Convention Centre, free to attend. People can register for free by localsummit.co.za. And what we are hoping to achieve, by the end of the conference is, the commitments that we saw today. I think that was very good for us in terms of private sector procurement, private sector committing to driving localization. What we are seeing tomorrow is additional activities that point to those who we are hoping will commit. We have a buyers session tomorrow, buyers especially from retail, buyers representing big businesses. And we are hoping that we will have a lot of deals. We even have a bell at the exhibition floor. So every time any of our exhibitors, especially the small guys, if they conclude a big deal, if they get listed by a retailer, we ring the bell just so that we all celebrate with that company, whether they're small or big. And we're hoping for many more of those. And we're hoping that at the end, when we do collate the reports from all the exhibitors, when we do engage with those who've made pledges in the conference itself, the real return on investment will be market share that was lost to imports now back in the hands of South Africans, because we have seen that many companies have indicated that they were buying without giving consideration as to where the product comes from, and now they are all saying to us, we will now intentionally choose locally made products, and as Proudly South African, you will help us find those suppliers.
Okay, thank you very much. We wish you well with the second day, or the rest of today first, and then tomorrow being the second day of the Buy Local Summit in Sandton. Thank you very much, Eustace Mashimbye, the CEO, the boss man himself of Proudly SA.